How's it going, YouTube? I wanted to give you guys an update on the ALC42s by Kato that I was working on last week. I left off where I was trying to install the some Digitrax decoders, the same ones that were going your ALC64, and I was getting light control, of course, but no motor control. So I took some time, watched a video, someone doing the ESU install. But anyway, realized that I think the issue is between the tabs and the motor connection. So the first thing I wanted to mention is that I thought it was easier, or the easiest, if you're able to take the shell off at the front, take this coupler part off and then get under there with a flathead screw, and then just slowly work your way up until you can take advantage of the actual frame, and you'll get the shell off much easier than anywhere else. It's kind of a struggle to get it off on the sides without scratching it up. But I realize the way it's designed is there are some clips, some plastic clips that are, I guess, in the mold. Anyway, as far as my issue with the not having motor control, excuse me one second. After dealing with this engine first, did some light soldering to see if that would cause the issue, but what I believe is that there isn't enough area between the motor tab and the decoder, or that motor button or whatever, and it's probably a bit too snug in there. So what I did was eventually I cut it a few pieces of this frame off, and I put it right behind the tab coming off of the decoder in the actual shell, so I could make it more rigid there. And I did it on both sides because I was getting the locomotive to work without the shell on, but getting that shell back on and getting it to go, it was an issue. There was a short in there somewhere. So I realized that I get that area worked out, and it's been good ever since. And then I did the same for this engine as well. Actually, I did some light soldering on the light board because it was kept going off and on here. So, like to see what other people do once they get their locomotives and all that. This is my first test actually going on the extra track. At some point I want to get the ESU decoders in one of them in the long term, because I see that they have the ALC42 file on the ESU site. Yep, so everything is working. Thanks.